Howdy, friends. So, as you may or may not know, I just got my first testosterone shot 5 hours ago. As I say this, I was almost going to say right because I have a script. um, anyway, to deter from that script a little bit, right here it is. I got to my aunt's house early. At maybe 10:30. For me, that is excruciatingly early, and I don't know what it is. Recently, I've had more of a normal human sleep schedule, so I go to bed relatively early, maybe 10, and then I wake up around 7. So I get up. As soon as I notice that my aunt is awake, I go to her house. It snowed this morning, and it snowed everywhere except for the road. Or rather, the snow melted when it hit the road, so that's good enough for me. I'll talk about the ow later. So I go to her house. I wind up getting there maybe 10:30, and I set everything up because we're going to be watching Becoming Chaz, and I didn't want anything in that movie to stress me out. I didn't expect anything to, but that's just something that happens. I'm mildly prone to panic attacks. By mildly, I mean I'm prone to panic attacks. So I didn't want to see anything in there and think, God damn it, I don't want to do this. Because I know that I want to do it. But I'm rambling. So you can see that whole ordeal in my last vlog, because I videotaped it and I posted already. It was a very big climax for me, but it's probably kind of anticlimactic for everything else, and right now my throat feels weird. I've probably just been talking so much. Anyway, so I've been worried about those huge-ass needles since I first saw them, and I did not expect to be able to just fucking do it with no hesitation whatsoever, and that's exactly what happened. So that's why it's like this huge climax for me and probably anticlimactic for everybody else, because I've been freaking out about all this, and I just did it. Like, not only that, but I got blood my very first shot. And that's been my big fear forever. Like, I've worried about what I would do if I found that there was blood in there. And very first shot. And I hit a vessel. And I just pulled it out. I laughed in my weird sort of way that you can hear on the video, and changed the needle and did it. And it didn't hurt. I was expecting there, because I got a shot in the deltoid recently, a flu shot, and that hurt going in. And that's a little needle. This was a big needle, and it didn't hurt at all. It must just be a sight thing. I don't know. So if you watch it, I had to speed up the part of the tape a little where I'm filling the needle, because tea is nasty. So it's suspended in oil. So it takes a while for me to get it in there, and I'm like, oh, I have very little practice doing this, even though I had practice needles. And I actually didn't use the 22s. I have 22 gauge needles, and I have 23 gauge needles. 22 is a little bit bigger, and that's what the pharmacy gave me because they were out of 23s. But I had 23s because my nurse gave me a bunch of syringes and needles to practice, and a couple vials of water, which I showed you in one of my other videos. Anyway, so it didn't hurt at all, and in retrospect, I don't understand why I did think that I'd have a problem with it, because I've never had a problem with needles, like, ever since I was maybe 6, and even then, it wasn't the needles, it was the everybody telling me that I'm supposed to be afraid sort of thing going on. But ever since after that, I mean, I've never had a problem with needles. I've had a problem with blood being taken, but because I've had a problem with blood being taken, I have always requested larger needles when I go to get blood taken, so that it doesn't take as long. So I don't know what my problem ever was, but I don't have a problem anymore. I should be able to do it alone without any problem. And anyway, so also you can hear my aunt and my cousin in the background, especially at the beginning. That's some good shit. Also, that sharp spark, it's almost like an inheritance. My granddad died from cancer, which is sad. It was a long time ago, so the sting is gone for me. but he had to take injections, and this was his sharp box. So free hand-me-down sharps box. So what did I inject? I don't have this in my script, but anyway, we have 0.5 milliliters of testosterone sapionate. It is 200 milligrams per milliliter. Since somebody asked me today, this one, again, it's tiny, it's adorable. They didn't have a 10 milliliter bottle. They only had this tiny little 1 milliliter bottle. So when I'm done with this one, I'm going to make a necklace out of it. And I'll wear it anywhere it's appropriate to wear anabolic steroids on your neck. And anyway, I'll take 0.5 milliliters of that every week on Thursday. I might wind up switching to Friday in the summer, but right now it's Thursday. So how do I feel right now? I feel normal, which isn't, I mean, I should have expected that. I was expecting to be all party, especially like a couple of years ago, if you were to ask me how I'd react on the day that I got my first T-shot, I'd think that I'd be way more excited than I am now, but I feel good, and I feel at peace, but otherwise I just feel normal. Well, I can't stop thinking about meat right now, but that's not a new thing. I was a vegetarian for 7 years, and so I basically feel like having meat a lot. And that's just a fact. I know some guys talk about their skin sensation changing right away, and I have that. It's weird. It's like the tickle in my skin, all of the tickle is gone. But I don't know what that is. It's really early, so it's probably not an effective tea. It's probably something else. But if it doesn't come back, maybe it is. It's a weird sensation, though, and it's really not off-putting. It's just different. I feel like my brother's home, so if I cut off, that's why. So right now, the big thing I have is really bad injection pain, like the site pain, because I've shot myself twice. And it wasn't in the exact same area, but it was pretty close. And keeping in mind I have a high tolerance to pain to begin with, like the fact that I'm feeling so much pain right now is pretty wicked. Because like recently I broke my ankle and I didn't even notice. High pain tolerance. Anyway, so the first one was where I hit the vein, left a bruise. The second wasn't in the same place. It was in a fairly similar place by the upper thigh, like on my upper thigh. And it's not like it hurts all the time. It's just easily angered, so to speak. So if I walk wrong, or if the dog bumps into me, it's like, ugh, why? And it's worse than any other shot that I've ever taken in that respect. But it's still not bad. It's like the aftermath of a wasp sting. That's basically what it feels like to me. So we'll see how long it takes for that to go away. And that's like the one reason I'm mildly perturbed that I'm on weekly shots instead of bi-weekly shots. But I mean, it's not a big deal. Anyway, I noticed as I watched my video that I didn't follow the advice my nurse gave me to pretty much at all. Like everything that I did in my video, I learned on the internet, and it's not like substantially different from what my nurse taught me. But I mean, yeah, everything went really fast. So the tips she gave me about reducing pain and all that stuff, they wouldn't have helped anyway, because that needle went in like a fucking hot knife through butter. So it was fine. Like, as it was going in, I'm like, wow, this feels like literally nothing is happening. And anyway, so yeah, so there was no pain during the shot, just after, and it's totally manageable pain. Other than that, everything's great. I feel overwhelmingly calm right now, even though this is supposed to be one of the peaks of my life. I guess that's how I'm supposed to feel, though. I'm supposed to feel normal and nice, and not high-strung like normal. I feel like my video's chopping up. Anyway, so a couple of days ago I was at work, and my nurse called me to discuss my blood panel that I had on Thursday. So I don't have that much to say about it. Everything was within normal ranges, and I'm not going to do anything stupid with my testosterone, like doubling up on the doses, so hopefully everything is just going to be fine. Even my blood cholesterol, normally my cholesterol is high, and it wasn't anymore because I changed my diet. Um, I'll be monitoring my blood pressure, and I'm really not worried about the cholesterol right now. Although I'll be paying attention to that too. My next, did you hear that? Like, I know it's just me talking that much, but my voice is like, "Rrr." It might also be that, the same thing that happens when I pass really well, because when I feel really manly, or when I feel as though I've hit a milestone, my voice starts to go deeper. And it's probably not the testosterone, it's probably me doing it subconsciously, but I don't know if you noticed, but I noticed. Like, I can't get my voice as high as normal. Anyway, my next appointment will be set up in 3 months, around the time of my final appointment with my therapist, and I can't wait, because I like my therapist, but I'm really getting sick of going to her. But I'll be updating regularly, probably more regularly than usual, so until next time, I'll be seeing you. Happy trails, and may all your dreams come true.